How's it going, guys? I am now playing in SSF, currently leveling a Chieftain. Once about to be a Chieftain. I'm gonna run through normal lab here. I'm currently level 32. Um, I haven't killed Piety in Act 3 yet. I got the Ebony Barracks and got the ability to go complete the normal lab. So that's where we're at. The idea on this character, I've heard people doing it before, playing Consecrated Path Totems. So I have a Consecrated Path Totem. I haven't used it at all, aside from making sure it worked. Um, and then I kind of reworked things, so I still have a attack of my own. Um, Still missing a gym sockets to like throw in a vulnerability. Um, Things are going along pretty well. I've done lots of messing with Scourge. Um, and honestly, I don't know that I've found anything that's really super exciting out of Scourge. Um, I mean, it gave me a bunch of alks, so it alked these pair of gloves for me. Um, but I can't then go and craft a resist on these or anything. So like, I'm not sure how amazing it is. Just like, okay, I get all these free alks, but all the good things I've gotten, I alk to myself. So, and let's see how much time we got. 6 hours, 8 minutes played, and I'm going into normal lab. So I've been taking my sweet time with this. Um, Actually, it's actually like the third play session for me today, because after I uploaded my last video, and here I am playing ground slam. Let's see what this totem does. It does some damage. I don't have a plan. I don't have a passive tree. I don't know what I'm going to take for my ascendancies. I just know I'm playing Chieftain. Um, but yes, anyways, I went to sleep. I slept for about 8 hours. I got up and my parents were emptying our hot water heater. Like, actually, day 2 of them working on that. So we had no hot water. And I found myself taking a cold shower. Like, that was an experience that I'm not likely to soon forget. Oh, we can do this. Oh, we can do this in here too. I don't even know if I have anything in here. Um, yeah, it'd be cool to have a bunch of these totems. I don't know how accessible that is. I'll get the multiple totems in Act 4. Currently level there. This is my passive tree. I got mastery for a chance to deal triple damage. Beyond that, I haven't really done much. I noticed there was two hand stuff, and two hand stuff really all right here, so that's what I went for. That's what we're doing. But after I woke up, I played to the prison on this character in Act 1. And then went back to sleep for like, I slept 8 hours, and then I played the prison in Act 1. Then I slept for 6 hours. And then I got back up and I played into like Act 2 and went back to sleep for 4 hours. And now we're here. And finally getting some little bit of progress on character. I have realized that I'm going to have to go back to trade. I'm going to have to upgrade my character to the point that it's a little bit more in a finished state, because I've had 2 different people message me in game for information about my build, because they went to PoE Ninja, and literally I can pull this up here, because so many of the like top like on the ladder are playing on private accounts. Go to PoE Ninja and you click builds, like I'm the 3rd listed character here. So, like, I pull this up, and it's just like, sure enough, I don't have a helm enchant, I don't have cooldown recovery on boots, I don't have +1 on the amulet. I don't have dot multi on the gloves. I'm still using one chaos weapon that could greatly be outclassed. I don't have a Watcher's Eye. So, like, I need to fix these things so everybody who's coming in here and just, like, finding this build, have a little bit more guidance on what to do with things. And it'll also almost double these damage numbers, which would be cool. So I have to do that. I also received an offer to, like, do some coaching on Heist for somebody, which I find that very intriguing and cool. So I'm gonna take up that offer. And I am planning on a video for Heist, but it's gonna take some time to get that going because I'm gonna, like, really put a lot of thought and effort into making that. So it might be a couple weeks out for that. Tomorrow I'll probably I'll get to maps and actually get something going on this character. Try to figure out exactly what I'm doing. I haven't looked up any builds. I haven't looked up any guides. Nothing. I really enjoy the process of kind of, like, figuring these things out and making it work. So I'm winging it at this point. But I have a decent amount of life. I'm gonna get the plus the max res. That's gonna make surviving on this character much easier. But yeah, I really don't know how it's gonna work. So if you're looking for some, like, concrete, like, oh, this thing is gonna be amazing, I don't know that that's what I'm gonna provide here. But I will give this build, like, probably about a week. And if I still not happy with it by then we roll something else, play a different character. But I also just, like, wanted to throw out there, just, like, there's no reason you have to play the game like I did on Trade League. I've been enjoying my playthrough here. I listened to the lore on Scourge. Very curious what High Templar Venarius' Raycrafts look like. Told we don't want to go there. But High Templar Venarius, I believe, is the one who created all the synthesis bosses and stuff. Like, I'm not well versed on the lore of this game, but hey. When the synthesis bosses were added, like, to me, they were the most fun bosses to fight in the game. That was before we had Conquerors. Because I think the Conquerors are very well designed. While Cirrus can kind of be a pain. I don't really go in there. But yeah, I really thought fighting the synthesis bosses was a lot of fun. So I don't know what that means as far as what's happening in Scourge. I've gotten more Scourge progression on this character than I do in my Trade League character. I don't want to die at this point. It's a long way to run back through here. And there we go. Let's ascend. Let's become Chieftain. And I love this so much. The stacked currency drops, like, literally, like, on my 100 push, that has to have saved me hours. Picking up portals, armor, scraps, blacksmiths, transmutation, all that. Like, it saved me so much. Alright, here we go. Chieftain. What do we get here? Is there an additional totem? Let's see. Damage. Activation ray, increased buff. Ancestor Totems. Plus 1 Endurance charges. Fire damage leech. Physical converted to fire. I think Conk Path does. Let's see. Slams ground at target location. If enemy is near where you target, you'll teleport to it from a short distance. So the totems will be able to travel. So 50% of physical damage is converted to fire. So I can get it to be full fire conversion. We can convert it to a fire build. Since it is physical base, I stack Fizz to make that work. So getting 100% physical damage is extra fire damage every 10 seconds. It's a lot of extra damage. I probably don't know that I want to go messing with Ignites. Totems are immune to fire damage. Big AoE. So maybe if I convert everything to fire, maybe I drop the ground slam and start messing with some tectonic slam stuff. We can get endurance charge generation on a different war cry. I wouldn't have to use enduring cry to get endurance charges. 15% more damage if you've lost an endurance charge in the past 8 seconds. So a Mortal Call work with this. Interesting. Or if you're using Vigilant Strike, it expending endurance charges through that. That would give you more damage as well. That's interesting. 100% increased effective buffs by Ancestor Totems. So, the Earthbreaker support. So the buff that it gives does 13% increased area of effect with melee skills. So this would double that and give me Leech from the totems to me. I don't know if that's the first thing I want to do. 20% of physical damage taken is fire. That's strong. So making it more worth investing the fire res. Yeah, that's I've heard that the physical damage on the Scourge monsters gets pretty nuts, especially in maps, and it's really physical based from what I've heard. I can't confirm or deny, that's just what I've heard. So getting this 20% fizz taken as fire with a decent chunk of, I think I can pretty easily get to 79% fire res, or maybe even 80. Throw Purity Fire on, get it even higher. That's going to make surviving much, much, much easier with this. Enemies near your totems deal less damage and take increased physical and fire. Increased area effect while you have a totem. So this does more than Kama's War Herald, aside from the Leech, and I've still got Life Flask and stuff. I don't know that I need the Leech stuff. I'm very confused with, like, what do I take first here? Get a bunch of life regen. I don't want to go full fire conversion yet. Totems are immune to fire damage. I think I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. How do I pronounce this? Aruhangui. Aruhangui Moon's Presence. That's what I'm going to spec into first on this. So, also, like... So, if we're converting everything to fire, it's then going to be a decision, do we want to, like, focus on Ignites or Fire Pain? I think I want to focus on, like, Fire Pain. Like, you can get down here with Lava Lash. So, what do we get on Fire? Fire damage per 20 strength. Chance to cover enemies in ash. Fire exposure. So how do we get fire exposure? Scorching Ray. So, I wonder. So yeah, there's a lot I might have to experiment with here. So if I get up here for this Ancestral Bond, because you can't deal damage with skills yourself, I wonder if... Because, like, this is going to give me additional totem if I can grab that. I wonder if I could still use Scorching Ray then. And then give the Path Totems some exposure. I don't know. There's a lot to test here, a lot that I'm going to figure out. I promise you, I will make this build viable in some way. So, that's gonna do this for me for today. Like I said, big recovery day from the 100 push. So tomorrow will be a little bit more interesting content. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Cheers.